Welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. We're here on a Monday championship night, man. For the FBS, we got number one Georgia 14-0 versus number three TCU 13-1. Live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California at 6:30 in the next 27 minutes. Fellas, how y'all doing today?
Man,
I'm
doing
doing pretty good.
excellent, man. Excellent, belly full, man. You know what I'm saying? Shots ready, drinks ready, man. Feeling good, man. Feeling festive
Are,
tonight.
are, are you going to watch the game in the sun or something I don't know about?
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Feeling
well,
festive tonight, baby. Feeling festive tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
the game is in LA, and I think what he's trying to portray is that being is Hollywood. Um, Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
I was thinking he was a Steelers fan or something. I couldn't figure it
Oh,
out.
hell no. Shouts out to Mike Tumbler for finishing 500 or better. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the streak alive.
Speaking of things coming out of nowhere, but moving on,
threw that
talking
in.
about the TCU Horned Frogs and the Georgia Bulldogs tonight. I just turned my TV on not too long ago, and I saw our friend Mr. Bennett over there getting warmed up. I ain't gonna say somebody's new best friend is Mr. Duggan. Mr. Max Duggan that they are trying to claim from my friends list, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But first impressions, we talked a little about it last night. How y'all feeling about tonight? Where you looking at it? I know you've been looking at it most of the day, but how y'all feeling about where we are right now? What your more keys? What we looking for tonight?
Preparation. This is a whole lot. This is a big stage. Whatever coach going to have his team ready to come out and play. I know that we're real big on these matchups between quarterbacks and everything, but like I said, I think it's going to come down to the coaching. Um, I think like the Kirby being there, and Kirby's relaxed, and then as long as it's, Todd Monken was there last year, so I think it'll be up to the coaching. With Riley, with the younger brother of what's his first name? I don't want to keep calling wrong.
Lincoln,
Garrett.
brother Lincoln.
Garrett.
Yeah,
Garrett.
Gary Riley. I think Gary is going to be important. To see what he's going to do against that defense. So the coaching, X and O's, and the execution that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I think for me though, I want to see how TCU matches up defensively with Georgia's offense. I think that's one thing that I really want to see. Are they able to get off the field? Can they get some 3 and outs? Can they bend but don't break? Can they force some field goals? Things like that. So I'm gonna keep my eyes there. I'm also gonna keep my eyes down in the trenches. Of course, TCU's offensive line, and then Georgia's defensive front as well. So that's going to be interesting. So there's a lot of chess matches here. I'm looking for a good close game, man. So we're gonna see.
I mean, for me, I'm looking to see Georgia establish the running game, and can they keep it going? Because we knew that's what Michigan wanted to do, but TCU did not allow Michigan to get their running game established the way that they wanted to do it. And we've joked about Stetson Bennett. I truly think that in this game, Georgia would prefer that Stetson Bennett not have to go out here and win this game, that he's able to maintain the game, the running game is able to stay in control, and that they're able to establish the run and ultimately wear that defense out, because we know they're going to get a lot of different looks, but the way that defense is set up and the way that defense is built, it is definitely catered to stop the pass. And I know that the way that Georgia is set up, they don't want Bennett. Like I said, he turned the ball over in the last game. So they're not going to come into this wanting him to actually come in and win the game. More so just wanting him to come in and maintain the game and let the running game actually speak for itself so that way they can wear them out. Use those big bodies. Let that depth come into play and wear them down as the game goes on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Georgia's winning game, how they're able to establish it out the gate.
Definitely want to look at number one, talking about with TCU 3-3-5. It's not your typical 3-3-5 on defense, but more of the fact of not necessarily how the front three plays, but how they're going to frustrate the Georgia center, because the center is going to be key to their blocking assignments and everything they got to get done. And where they're going to be, they're going to be right. The guy's going to be right there on the nose, which gap they're going to be able to control, what they're going to be able to do. Looking at it from a TCU side, not for sure about their back end outside of number one, Outside of Thomason being back there on the back end, 28's he's a come down the box kind of hard hit safety. What are they going to have to commit to? And is Georgia going to be patient enough to get their things going? And what kind of runs are we going to see that Georgia does?
Mm-hmm.
We know they love to counter. We know they love to do certain things like that. But I don't think we're going to see the same type of running scheme that we've seen from Georgia. Maybe a different type to take advantage of how TCU slants and what they do, all that kind of stuff like that. So that's going to be a real interesting matchup to see between TCU defense and Georgia's Georgia offensive line. But we know where the talent supposedly lies upon them. But we know TCU also has a propensity to go downfield.
Yes.
And Dave said about the trenches, TCU line is more of a drive blocking line. They like to drive straight forward on you, kind of like come down. That's why I call them 5 Billy Bobs going across. I mean, just like Billy Bob in Varsity Blues, like he get his hand on you, it's kind of over. But Georgia's gonna be really athletic. Who's gonna do the 1-on-1s with Jalen Carter? How are they gonna be going like straight up the field against them? How that's gonna be blocked and all that kind of stuff like that. So,
Jalen Carter won't see no 1-on-1.
You better hope you don't see that.
You better hope you don't.
I guarantee he will not see that 1-on-1.
You better hope you don't see 1-on-1.
I hope you don't see 1-on-1s when it comes to it, because
light out if they do.
I mean, because Georgia's gonna come out in some personnel groupings. One thing that Monken is good for is that he's gonna come out in some 12 personnel. He might come out he gonna come in some 21 personnel this game also too. So he's good for that 1 back, 2 tight end, 2 back, 1 tight end. He's gonna come out in all those tonight. I think we're gonna kind of see him mix up in his bag and try to get some things going.
And let me ask you this, Renard. After I wouldn't say slow start, but it took them a while to get Bowers going in the last game. Do you think they come out early to try to establish him to try to establish him, to set the tone for him to get him going early versus trying to get him going late? Because even if you watched the game last week, Kurt kept saying over and over and over again, like, when are we going to see Bowers? When are we going to see Bowers? When are we going to see Bowers? And it's just like, maybe, Ohio State game plan for it, maybe not. But I'm looking for him to see if they set the tone with him early along with the run game. I'm looking for that. That's what I'm thinking about.
I mean, when I think about defending Georgia, 19 is numero uno. I mean, I don't think they don't have to pay me. It could pay me $20 an hour, and I can figure out that 19 is who needs to stop. They don't have to have a couple hundred times. But yeah, I think that it's going to be important to make sure you got all eyes on him. And like you said, if you can slow him down, you can slow down. And they have some other guys that can get to the house on you. Real quick. But I think 19 is definitely the catalyst for that offense, honestly.
Go ahead, Tuck. I knew you were going to say something. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it looks like number 33 is gonna play running back. Like he's gonna play tonight.
Miller's respect for his name, Mr. Miller.
Keandre. He's going to play tonight. That 3-3-5 is going to. That's what gives tight ends and you stretch in the middle of the field. That's what's going to hurt is you try to throw the middle of the field. 3-3-5 pretty much eliminates the middle of the field. You're gonna have to move him around. You're going to have to move him around different spots. You got Darnell Washington. You got, Bowers.
If he's playing all the way through.
Yeah. So you're going to have to push them into different sets. Now, with Monken, he's going to probably bring out stuff he has not used the whole year. It's stuff out here. Those first 16 plays, those first personnel groupings, those 12s, those 22s, those 31. He's going to bring out a whole bunch of stuff that he had nobody has seen the whole year to try to confuse, TCU. And same thing with Riley. I'm pretty sure Riley got some stuff he hasn't shown yet. And know what Sonny Dice learned from Mike Leach. Throw out some stuff that he ain't never seen before because it's going to be important. That's why I think coaching is going to be very, very vital in this game. But like I said, it just depends on how the game flows too. Because the game was kind of funky with Bauer trying to get established last week. Last week. it was real fun. He was trying to bounce back. He wasn't open. I mean,
he wasn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like they weren't trying. Like you said, he just wasn't open. Yeah,
he wasn't open. 3-3-5 defense, and what tested him? It was on the vertical, like the vertical passing threat, the middle passing threat. It wasn't open. 3-3-5. So if you're going to attack them, you go ahead and attack them off of the perimeter, and that's it. I mean, like they're not gonna get beat deep. You know, and they're gonna get big. Everything will probably keep themselves in front of if they don't have a busted coverage or something like
that. Looking at it, like I said, it's been a lot of it. Shout out to our boy Brooks, man. He did a great detailed breakdown of course, Georgia offense versus TCU defense. TCU defense versus Georgia. Well, opposite way. I mean, he did a really good job of it, especially on the run. And a lot of things that he brought to my attention that I had kind of been looking at was, of course, number one coming in the box, and when and like I said last night, those second level linebackers, like they're bigger, but what they can do and how they react and how they move and how they kind of do all that kind of stuff like that. But I'm looking for one-on-one shots from TCU. Ringo is a good corner, but he's been known to get lost in deep ball coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So his deep ball coverage hasn't been the greatest all year long. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna be able to take advantage of it. It's just something that I'm looking forward to. And for Georgia, like, come out scheme wise and doing some things up front that can make you show your dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Show your dominance. If anybody, there's not too many people as good as Monken if scheming up front with a different type of runs and a different type of formations that he can come out with. The biggest problem with them is going to be in that 3-3-5, identifying everything to make sure you can get to the right place and get to the right goal. But the second level people come down to Thompson, number 19, everybody else, how they come on the outside of it, like what Tuck was talking about, like when Delph comes into the game, number 4, and then even if Washington doesn't go, like, they still have some other tight ends. Are they going to use the 2 running back set to do what they need to do? Kenny McIntosh, all those guys like that, how are they going to approach it? And they have to get off to a good start. TCU has to get off to a good start. Don't give Georgia 7. If you give them 7 up front, then
you're going. If Georgia gives up 14-0, 21-0, it's game over. If that happens, it's game over. Because
strike up the Bills early.
Yeah, literally. Go ahead.
They definitely front run you. They'll run you right out.
Yeah. Y'all run them out. So if they get that up that much, because all they're gonna do is you're gonna be able to you'll be able to send them dogs back with their ears pierced back, and that's it. I mean, it's a passing game then, and you're not gonna be able to beat Georgia just passing.
You're not gonna be the one dimensional. You absolutely correct.
You're gonna have to keep them with running the ball with number 33 and number what's it?
But don't forget, 15 can run too.
That's what I was gonna say. It's another the one who came in after 33 got hurt.
I'm talking about the quarterback, Mr. Max.
You're talking about Duncan.
Max.
Because he wants to talk about
if you let him outside. If you let him get outside. If you let him get outside.
His adopted new person.
Yeah.
But his running style is like an Aaron Rodgers.
I guess what I'm saying is he can make plays with his feet. And he can make plays with his feet, and sometimes they can hurt.
With Georgia, I think he's going to have to be. They're going to have to move the pocket with him. With Georgia, though, they're going to have to move the pocket. They're going to have some good design quarterback runs up the middle to get like 7-8 yards. Sneaky little yards.
But it's the undesigned stuff that I'm talking about. I'm talking about
undesigned stuff. I just don't see it. I don't.
I mean, if CJ Stroud can scramble,
the linebacker speed Georgia has, they'll be able to.
CJ Stroud can scramble.
Yeah. But see, that's
now I'm gonna say this to Dave's point. They've been preaching about Max Duggan and his grittiness and his hardness and all of this. Max, this ain't the game you want to take 50 hits in, because them big boys, when they coming down here and they land on you, they ain't Kansas State. This a whole nother level of athlete that's gonna be whamming on you. So if you got opportunity, Max, to get your butt out of bounds, get out of bounds, slide. Understand when the play is over. He does not need to take any unnecessary punishment in this game. With the way that Georgia, the size and speed and the quickness that they have, he does not need to take any unnecessary punishment because we saw Kansas State beat him up. And that's a level of beating, but you get hit like that against Georgia multiple times, you're not going to make it through the whole game. So he needs to be smart with the ball. You know, you hear that all the time, my quarterbacks. He needs to be smart with the ball when he's running. If the play is there, if it's done, slide, got to bounce. Don't take no unnecessary hits.
You don't have to worry about Heisman finalist Max Duke. Okay,
oh my God,
he's the least of your worries. Okay? He was a legit attendee to the Heisman ceremony. So
I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I don't know what's going on.
Hey man, I've been waiting all day for this.
Stetson was a legit attendee too. So
yeah, they both were there. They both was in New York.
Both were there.
I mean, where we at right now with all this? So, like I said, when we first start off, when we see everything, who gets ball first, how things going to be established, what's going to be the game plan for both of them. Like early on, it's going to be very, very key.
Right.
Like I said, up front on that nose technique, on that zero technique, that's going to be a big part of it. Not because you expect dominance from either side, but are they going to get pushed around? And a lot of people are expecting that. But hell, they was expecting that last week also.
Last week they need to scrap that because, like we said, Michigan was the nation's best offensive line, and when we saw, now if you think it was false, then that's whatever. But they were awarded as the nation's best offensive line, and they got TCU.
But that didn't. I mean, we talking about matchup now. We ain't in the award season no more. We are in 100% matchups. What's going to be good for you? We talking about 60 minutes. You got one game to prove what you got to do. Mm-hmm. What can you come up with? And the way the ball bounces and the way things work in one game scenario, you just never know. I don't expect like, oh, they're going to make this mistake, they're going to do that. But this is when a lot of the matchups, the scheming, the designing, and where they're going to have an advantage at is going to be 100% key to this game. So we really want to see the first 5 to 7 minutes of this game. Really want to see it because it's been analyzed to death, been broken down. I've watched enough film on this game to see it's like I want to see it now. I'm just kind of ready for it to get kicked off. I believe TCU is going to show up. Are they going to be able to hold up the whole game? That's going to be the thing because Georgia has a way of wearing on you over time where it's kind of like repetitive over and over and over again, but also TCU can do the same also. But I do think that Johnson has an advantage on the outside against Ringo. I do feel that, but who's the second receiver going to step up? How healthy is 33? How healthy is Washington? All those things going to play a great factor into where we go with this game. And don't forget the name, of course, Garrett Riley, Todd Monken, defensive coordinator, everything that we got right now. So that's kind of where I am with it. I'm just ready to see some of these matchups come to light. So Jonah's talking about Washington might be out. Yeah, that's what
he was out there warming up though. So.
Yeah, he was warming up. Of course, he's not going to be 100%. And Brooks said that he expected Washington and McConkey to go. Well, so Lord knows if anybody is tuned into Georgia as he is, it's definitely Brooks.
If he's
Brooks
out there out there at late pregame, he's gonna play. That's just my speculation.
But I'm seeing a lot of thoughts from the comments, man. Tell me how y'all feeling. How y'all feeling?
Get ready to start. Don't start that, Ledrick. Don't start that. Don't start that, Ledrick.
What he said? Put the comment on what he said.
No, first he said Bama by 10, and then he said Georgia by 14. What up, D? My boy Big D. Big D said I got 100 on the game. I'm scared to ask which side you taking, bro. I hope you come out. Hope you come out on the right one. Let's see what we got here.
Y'all got the Dave Live Georgia Drive Cam.
$1,000 on Duggan. Oh, you do? Okay. Got that prop bet in, huh?
You got that prop bet in.
You got that prop bet in. Okay, I'm with you on that, man. Dave said, Sean said 25. Dave, where you at?
I put my reply up there.
He put a
Oh, you
reply
did? Oh, what'd you say?
The max bet, play on word. The max bet is 13 tonight.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad.
Hashtag bars.
Jonah said, after careful consideration, I think TCU will keep it close by trying to be more aggressive from the jump.
That's how we were saying last
That's what we
night.
were saying from the jump.
That's all we were saying last night.
Yeah,
it's gonna be closer to the
It'd
beginning.
be funny if all of us are wrong.
And the thing about it is don't ignore TCU's resiliency, man. They've been down too many times, man. They're not one of the teams gonna get shook from being
first year TCU going. Of course, yeah. Just like most offensive coordinators have 15, 16 plays scripted 100% regardless. You know what you want to do when you come out. The X factor is the big receiver. Quentin Johnson is a dog.
You can say ass on the, you can say ass on the show, Ledrick. You don't have to worry about that. You can say ass.
Yeah, Jonah, that's what make it tough on betting the quarterback rushing yard because they take the sack. They take the sack.
Yeah.
Different than the NFL. Different than the NFL. No, I don't know. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what we got here.
Well, coach just picked TCU.
Oh damn! Congratulations, Georgia.
That matters. Well, nigga, right now he got the hat on.
Congratulations, Georgia.
Lee got the hat on and he doing the hypno too. So I literally just looked to my right. He got the white hat on and he doing hypno. Yeah, well.
Oh God.
Jones said, "Why wasn't this covered on the show?"
We knew that the
congratulations, Georgia, on the national championship.
I didn't know we had needed to discuss that, but
you didn't tell us you were gonna bet $1,000 on the rushing yards.
Yeah, if you had told her that, we would have said it last night. But you didn't tell her nothing that was going. You didn't tell her you were dropping that. You could have just dropped $1,000 into the cash out. We would have split. I mean, 100. You know what I'm saying, or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, saving.
He ain't recruiting no defensive coordinator.
He's recruiting the offensive one though.
He ain't recruiting the offensive one too either. We're gonna keep that quiet.
Some of the words I just heard right then. I don't know.
Those moves are being made but until y'all really realize that ain't really the whole problem, we're gonna move on from there though.
That ain't a big problem. That ain't a huge problem. But there's some other rumors going out there since Cleans.
Yeah, since old Clifton been shown the dope.
Yeah, but but y'all know who one of the rumors is now. Like it's real hot. Who's going to Arizona?
Who? Ryan Day.
Why you laughing?
Big brother Lane Kiffin.
All right, man. I'm finna.
Oh man, you know what? I think Arizona's probably gonna find.
Bro, it is hot. Jordan got the show. Big brother Lane Kiffin is in talks right now with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh man, yeah. If
you
Ole Miss, even if it's true or not true, you don't even want to hear them rumblings. If you Ole Miss, you just like, come on, man. Every year we finna have to deal with this.
Look at Renard like he.
Yep.
I mean, what if they just do a switch?
Because if I'm Ole Miss, that's what I'm finna do.
Cleveland he's gonna take a couple years off. I mean, that's about this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because he really
been trolling. He ain't been trolling towards
you sure? Arizona. I mean, I know he wasn't that successful.
I'm not saying nothing on this. I'm not saying nothing right now. Because I don't want nobody going back and say that dude right there said this. I ain't saying that.
Hey, the right job come open.
Good luck to everybody finding their coach. Good luck to everybody finding their coach. That's all I'm gonna say.
NC West?
I ain't saying a word.
I'm just saying.
Back to the game. Excuse me. Back to the game at hand.
See, Tuck snuck in the NFL talk tonight.
No, we ain't doing that right now. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say something.
That's big. But anyway, shout out to them wearing the nice little demon. Well, not demon.
Why are you doing all this?
The horn frog.
The horn frog decal. I like that one. That's the best helmet they got. I like that. Georgia keeping it respectable. 1980 with the gray britches and the red.
Sean, yes, I am. I am pleading the fifth. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing what I've been told. I ain't saying nothing that I heard. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I'm learning to shut up. I ain't gonna say a word when it comes to these coaching carousel rooms. Odds or
the
facts.
coaching. Go coin your phrase, the coaching portal.
It's the coaching portal. I will forever
portal.
call it the coaching portal.
Coaching portal.
No, it's in the words of David. It's the coaching portal. Caution. Not coaching. Caution.
Because you definitely got some jobs that may come open late, and like I said, Cliff might be looking like,
You know what, man? Look. Any last thoughts before we get out here? We want to go ahead. I guess we'll be back at halftime.
Yeah.
Talk some stuff what we got going on, but I definitely want to go ahead so everybody can get tuned in. Last thoughts. Think about it for a second. We're talking a little bit about it. Last more thoughts. What y'all got, man? Y'all got anything in the comments? Please drop it in there. Let us know how you feeling, what you're looking for in y'all matchups. Also, tell me what y'all looking at, man. Tell me what you're feeling going into this game. We're about a minute.
Overall, I would just say I need TCU to keep this to either a one possession game or have the lead by halftime for me to feel comfortable that they may have a shot at pulling it out.
I'm looking for Johnson to make some big plays too. I think he can make some 50-50 win some 50-50 balls. I think he can do that. He is really an X factor. Really X factor.
It's gonna come down to
be careful.
Big plays. Big plays, man. That's all it is. Eliminate the big play. And that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm ready. I mean, I can see they're doing a pregame monologue right now. I'm kind of getting crunked up. We got Vince Young in the background. Got the good old Peter Ward with the beard, with the greatness. I see your Ward. I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
I just really want to see how we going. We knew once we saw at the possessions last game when it came down to everything up front, what they're going to be doing. They're going to be running a lot of twists, a lot of stunts, a lot of game up front for Georgia is what they're doing. The lines of scrimmage, how they're going to hold up on both sides. I want to see exactly where we at first. And, of course, the matchups on the outside and everything else. But definitely want to see where we at in the line of scrimmage because it's going to determine a lot. First quarter going to determine a lot, too. I want to see if one of the teams get down, how you respond, how we're going to do going forward. So, watch some of those keys, man. Keep your eye on number one. Both number ones for TCU, Tomlinson and Johnson. Going to be some main cogs in that. Watch that 3-3-5, especially those first two levels, man. Watch them folks come from the outside. So,
hey, man,
what you mean so far look so Century Plaza? What you talking about?
I know. I can know
what friend is Jonah, man. That guy, that one of your partners.
You can't look like Central Plaza. I gotta see.
Why I look like Central Plaza?
Ben, is that one of your homeboys?
I'm gonna take a shot on that note.
Look, somebody who been to so far, I can tell you that's the last thing that came to my mind.
Hey, Jonah, what side it look like? The one where you come in on Macy's or by the old Applebee's?
Gotta be about the old Applebee's. You know how the opening and the little white thing.
Now we got people further than Birmingham yet. Watch this show. Y'all letting you know.
Hey, Legend. Let's go out there next year, Legend, for the finals. Let's go to California.
Best of City Plaza was Rich's. It was legendary. It was legendary.
Yeah, man.
Look at here, DJ Clue.
Or Sears. Now, Sears was legendary too, right?
Jody, you good, but I'm just saying, this is where we at right now. You never know what this stuff is going to go around here. We'll see y'all at halftime, man. Y'all already know. Watch for all the key matchup in this game and a lot of things that we're really looking for from Georgia. I'm looking for a lot of pull in the running game from Georgia. Looking for it. Not counter, but a lot of pull. Let's see where we at. TCU, got to do it. Try to do it again. Make Dave happy. Anybody else?
Run, Max.
Joda, I'm gonna be thinking about that 34 about you. I'm thinking about that 34. We'll see y'all at halftime, man. We'll send out another thing. So we'll see y'all at halftime, man. Time for the game to get started, man. Time for it. Peace.
All right.